the ring of forgotten promises in the bustling port town of Kelbra. Merchants spoke in hushed tones of a peculiar ring sold by a wandering peddler. A bitch gold band shimmered faintly under moonlight, and its singular emerald seemed to pulse, as if alive. It was said, the ring granted any wish but, with a warning carved faintly inside the band, what you gain, you must one day repay. Young Mara, an orphan who lived on the docks, first saw the ring when the peddler came to town. He was a withered man, his eyes sunken but sharp. When she approached his stall, the man fixed her with a knowing look and held up the ring. "This is not for barter or coin," he said, his voice like dry leaves. "It chooses its owner, and it has chosen you." Mara blinked, confused, but when the man pressed the ring into her palm, it felt warm, almost comforting. Before she could ask what it cost, he disappeared into the crowd, leaving only the faint scent of smoke behind. That night, beneath the flickering light of her lantern, Mara slipped the ring onto her finger. A voice, soft and melodic, whispered in her mind. "What do you wish for?" Mara startled, her heart racing. But then she thought of her life, her hunger, her loneliness, the ache of never having a place to belong. "I wish for a home," she murmured. The emerald flared, and Mara felt a rush of warmth. The next morning, she awoke in a grand estate by the sea. Servants bowed to her, calling her Lady Mara, and the cupboards overflowed with food. For the first time, she felt safe. Years passed, and Mara's life was idyllic. She barely thought of the ring, until one stormy evening when the emerald dimmed, and the melodic voice returned, now laced with urgency. "It is time to repay." Mara froze. Repay what? The ring tightened on her finger, its warmth turning icy. "The home I gave you was never yours. It was taken from another, and now their debt falls to you." Before she could protest, the world shifted. Mara found herself standing in a crumbling, ruined once grand estate, now decayed and lifeless. Shadows moved in the corners of her vision, figures with hollow eyes and desperate whispers. "They lived here," the ring whispered, "and they were forgotten." Mara's heart pounded. "What do you want from me?" "To restore what was lost," the ring replied. "Their lives for your comfort, their pain for your joy." The shadows crept closer, their voices growing louder. Mara clutched the ring, tears streaming down her face. "I didn't know." The voice softened, almost pitying. "What is gained without cost is never truly yours. Choose now, repay the debt, or take their place." Among the forgotten, the shadows paused. Mara stared at the ring, its emerald, now dark and lifeless. With trembling hands, she slid it off her finger. The shadow surged forward, but she closed her eyes and whispered, "I'll make it right." When she opened her eyes, the ruin was gone. She stood once more in the bustling docks of Calbridge, the ring gone from her hand. The peddler's voice echoed faintly in her mind. "Promises are never truly forgotten.